Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Another gardening video. Today I'm going to be working on pruning some of my plants, taking back some of the dead leaves and foliage, possibly replanting some seeds to get a second harvest out of a few things, and maybe harvesting a few vegetables. So let's just get into it. The first plant that I'm going to go ahead and prune, as you can see that there's a lot of dead leaves, is this dragon gourd plant. Now I will admit that I have not watered my garden in 3 days because each morning it shows on the weather report that it's going to rain and then it doesn't rain that morning. So I've been really disappointed in Mother Nature here lately, and I'm gonna check the weather report again today, and if for some reason it's going to show that it's going to rain, I'm just gonna water my plants tonight. I can't keep doing this to them. That's probably why they're starting to wilt and get dead leaves, because they're not getting watered properly. So I'm just going in and I'm just removing all this dead foliage, and you don't really have to do this. I just do it for my own sake. I like to make sure that there's no disease or anything like that, and sometimes dead leaves may bring disease. So I just try to trim off, or the reason why there's dead leaves could be from disease. I'm pretty sure that most of mine is from improper watering. So, and you can see there's sun damage. So I'm just going through, and I'll even pull some of them off versus trimming them. I'm just going to go ahead and go through these, and then I'll show you guys once I'm finished pruning. So I went ahead and pruned back a lot of the dead leaves on the dragon gourd plant, as well as part of these cucumbers. I'm going to go ahead and prune back the dead leaves on the strawberry crown gourd, and then work over here and prune some of these dead leaves off of these cucumber plants as well. So I went ahead and I pruned all of the dead leaves off on this side. Now on this side, I did do some of them. There was actually one vine that was completely dead that I went ahead and I trimmed off and out of the way. I do plan on attempting to add some more cucumbers in here again if I can. But I mean, like, it looks like there's a whole entire vine right here that's dead. So, and it's mixed in with all the other vines, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to disturb any of the vines that are currently still good. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this as well. But I did want to, sorry for the fuzziness. I did want to give you guys an update on the babes. So yesterday, whenever I came into the garden, this was completely filled with baby rabbits, and I scared them. 4 of them ran off. 2 of them are still in the little nest. But I think that they are big enough to where they can leave if they want to. The other 4 did not come back. I had to make sure my dog did not take one, and I was trying to find them to see if I could wrangle them up and put them back in the nest, but they were nowhere to be found. So they're probably long gone, or they're somewhere in the garden. I'm not quite sure. But there were 6 baby bunnies. Now there's 2, unfortunately, because I scared them off. So I'm going to keep an eye on these little guys, and, you know, I don't think that they're going to do much destruction to my garden at this point, or at least right now. I haven't seen any destruction from the mama rabbit either, and I'm just assuming that's because she's not coming around her babies to make sure predators don't come anywhere near them. So did want to give you guys a little update on that. Kind of sad that I accidentally scared the baby buns away, but you know, it is what it is at the same time. So those are all the leaves that I pruned off. There are a couple sunburnt leaves here on the zucchini plants, but I'm just gonna leave those go. These plants irritate my legs and arms, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Now, the green beans, it looks like I might be able to pick a few off of here, but I do hopefully plan on pulling these up, letting those ones in the back keep going so that I can use them for seed, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled up all of the green bean plants aside from, I think there's like 4 back there, and I'm going to be using those to get my seeds from for next year. I did get a few more beans out of those plants. They weren't really flowering anymore, so that's why I went ahead and I pulled them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest some of my banana peppers. A lot of them are getting pretty big, so I think I can go ahead and pick some of those. Okay, so those are all the banana peppers that I picked. There are still some more on there, and there's still lots of flowers on it, so I'm definitely going to be getting more. If you guys have any ideas on what to do with these, just leave it in the comments below. Typically I just freeze them, but I want to do something different this year. I did add them to a salad that I made and it tasted pretty good, but I was thinking about doing maybe pickling or doing like a pepper relish or something like that. So if you guys have any ideas, just let me know. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look to see if any of my tomatoes are ripe. Yesterday I did pick quite a few tomatoes, like the cherry tomatoes and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what there is that is ripe. So there weren't very many tomatoes to pick. I did find a couple of the Lucky Tigers that had some coloring on them, so I went ahead and picked them. They're not super soft. This one's probably pretty ripe, and then I have some yellow pear. What I did end up doing is going ahead and trimming a lot of the dead leaves off the bottom, just pruning my tomato plants. And then if you look right there, I do actually have an almost ripe San Marzano. Now for some reason they look completely different compared to the other ones. So I don't know if one of the seeds that I have, or one of the seeds that I had planted, were different, but it almost looks like a Roma tomato versus the San Marzano, which are more elongated. So I don't know if there was a seed that was mixed in or what, but either way, it's doing really well and it's growing. So it is insanely hot out here, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do today. I'm sweating profusely. I don't know if you can see the sheen on my face or not, but I still need to get a few things done. I'm just not going to be able to get them done today. It's just too hot. Hopefully some rain comes tonight to cool off everything and give a nice good watering to everything. And then I do plan on planting some more cucumber seeds and maybe a few other things. I haven't decided yet. I did pull my seeds out to look, so we'll figure that out. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed my harvest / pruning video, because that's really what it ended up becoming. And be sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Leave any comments below if you have any suggestions on what you want to see from my channel or anything like that. So I hope you all have a great day. Happy gardening.